Hi guys, that's Dorota, Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator, and we are going to do some nails for Ervina today. So I'll show you how to sculpt the coffin shape nails. Her nails aren't easy to apply the forms because she's got quite high nail folds and they're not the best kind of nails. So we have started like sanitize her hands, my hands, and then I'm going to blue scrub those nail plate just so it doesn't have any oils, because Ervina is also a hairdresser, so this is really important. There is no shampoo, conditioner before you start filing those nails, because otherwise you just file all that into the natural nail. Okay, so we are going to shorten the free edge a little bit and then scratch the surface of the natural nail. So just scratch it nice, there is no shiny places. And then do exactly the same on the second one. There is also a difference in the size of her hands, like one compared to the other one, which is actually pretty common. This one is quite high snap, so I'm just shortening the free edge into a nice rounded shape as much as possible. Like making sure there's no shiny places. And then with the e-file, I'm just going to give it a little clean to the cuticles, which might be on the nail plate. So on one side first. And then put it back into the reverse. I'm doing it on a pretty low speed. There's a Seiyan K38 I'm using, and I'm on the 12 setting mode. So nice and slow. And then clean any dust which might be on the nails. Dehydrate again. And then we're ready for a form application. You can hear it how nicely they squeak. So that's the forms I'm going to use. We will need to trim them. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the form, roll it in between my fingers, and then using the scissors we are going to trim the form, otherwise it's not going to fit in nice. So for hair fingers, the best way to trim the form is to cut out the first row, like really wide. Okay, so I'm just cutting out those first row, roll it nice, close it, and then just slide underneath of the finger. Okay, I can cut it out a little bit more rounded shape. So just in the middle, so the form goes deeper inside. Once I've got the middle part done, I can start closing the form. We want those nails to look as slim as possible. They're not the easy one to apply the form, definitely not. But we can get a pretty nice results. I'm just loosening this form a little bit so I can squeeze it more. And the first form is on. After I have applied the form, I'm going to apply an extra nail prep. This is to dehydrate the nail plate again. Just because we have touched it during the form application, you want to give it an extra dehydration there. And in the meantime, when this nail is drying, I'm preparing the form for the next one. So again, I'm cutting out a really large piece out of the form. Otherwise, it would be really difficult to apply the form. And then inside, just to make it nicer shape, straight away, because I know I had to do it on the previous nail, pre-pinch it in between the fingers, just so the form isn't wide. That has to be nice and slim. And then apply it. Actually, I'm going to even cut it straight away, so I'm not struggle. So one side, other side. This is to allow me pinch even more. Because without of pinching, those nails would look pretty wide. Is it wide? Wide, yeah. I've got the sword. It gives me a trouble to
chunky and wide, yeah. Wide.
Okay, I'm making sure the form goes really nicely underneath. That's it. And you can see there is a small gap in there. I'm not bothered. The form is tight, and this gap, the gel wouldn't run in there. If I would use very runny gel, yes, it would matter. But because we are using a gel, which is a build your gel, it is not a matter, as long as you don't have a gap underneath, because then the gel can go underneath too much. So universal air bond. And now universal air bond twice. For problematic nails, always twice. So second go, and then wait for it to dry. In the meantime, when it is drying, I've got time to clean my desk, because when you work with the clean desk, things are much easier. And then take some pinching clamps. So I'm just grabbing some pinching clamps, which we will need it. Okay, and my brush. So we're going to use the light rose fiber gel, and this is a sculpting gel. So first of all, I'm going to apply a skeleton of the nail, like a nice and thin layer. So remove the excess of the product from the nails. Go one side, other side.
Good afternoon, ibiza-san.
Pick up another scoop.
Po polsku też mogę.
And then start building the free edge. Okay, so we are going for a nice coffin shape. You better off do it a little bit longer. I'm not talking like extremely longer, but I always like to put it a tiny bit longer than what I need, because this layer is so thin, and then once I remove the form and I might have maybe not enough product, I can always add it on, and it doesn't take me long time to fillet it off. Okay, so 1 millimeter longer, and you can see it how thin it is, just slightly thicker where the joint place is, and then cure it inside. And we are going to try to don't bang the form. We are going to cure for 30 seconds, and then we can pinch it. So same in here, nice and thin layer, nice and thin layer, and then start building the free edge. So to the letter L, nice and thin.
I to będzie na paznokcie. To są wydłużone, naturalne.
And then change. So the first nail is ready for a pinching, and I'm just going to use the clear pinching clamp to squish it.
No, ale pani miała wydłużone, czy po prostu kolor nakładany?
So do it gradually, so you can see how the nails is behaving. Like this way you will know if you can pinch the nails safely. Okay, she's got very weak nails, so pinching on those weak nails, I always take it really gently and careful. So I'm pinching the free edge more. And then once I'm happy with it, I'm pinching at the widest part. Change.
Okay.
Not sore? Good. Tell me if you would feel anything. Okay, start pinching this hand. So gentle, gentle. And then once you're sure it is okay, we are going to pinch it. Change. Okay, remove the pinching clamp. And now we can build up the structure on this nail. So nice and thin layer, Nice and thin layer. And then apex. So I'm picking up pretty decent scoop of the product for my apex. And then going to work one side, other side, one side, other side. Just to give a strength to my nail. Touch it up and then cure it change. Okay, now we are going to do it exactly the same on this one. So nice and thin, nice and thin. And then build up the apex. Doesn't get hot inside the lamp.
No.
If you feel it anytime, just take it out, please. Okay, so we've got our shape. You can see it. I'm not going to the end, like, because I've got some excess of the product, and by the time we cook it, it's going to run their change. So I don't want to do that. So now this nail is ready. I'm just going to check it. So the pinching is really, I'm not sure if the camera can catch it. The pinching is really nice, like it's nice and slim. I'm just inspecting it. So after the filing, I've got excess product there. If I've got enough product, I might just put it tiny bit more. The longer extensions you will do it and the bigger the nails, the more layers you may need. So this one is just a perfecting layer change. And I rather to do it this way than do too much product at the first go. So remove form from this nail, and it's so nice and slim as well. And then inspect it for the shaping. I should have enough, but just in case, a tiny wee bit more, just in the middle. Change. And the last thing what we need to do is apply the pinching clamp from underneath. Is it okay? Not squeezing your fingers? No. Good. Change. And then do the same on this hand and give them a full cure. Once they fully cure, we can shape them nice, and I show you how to do it step by step as well. So put this one inside as well. Okay, and then the first hand is ready, so I take it in. Remove the pinching clamp and the inhibition layer. Okay, now I'm going to shape it. So we need to shape side. So one side, nice V shape. Other side. Do it a little bit at the time, just so you don't overfile those nails. Okay, and just by filing those sides, you can see it how much nicer the nails becomes. Make sure they are equal. Shorten the free edge so it's nice. Then blend everything around the cuticle area. And then once you're happy with the shape, take a buffer and just give it a couple scratches so it's nicely buffed. I really like to use the buffer because it gives a nice and clean look to the extensions, which makes the application of the product later on, the gel polish, much easier. I can also check the client view as well. And from the client view, I can touch up the free edge tiny bit more because it's a little bit too long. Okay, and do exactly the same on the other nail. So remove the pinching clamp, inhibition layer, and then let's shape it. So one side, other side, and check how much the shape is changing once we're doing this movement. Shorten the free edge. Blend everything around the cuticle area. So I'm trying to always do a kind of similar technique when it comes to filing. This way it's much easier to keep the routine and to make the nails more similar looking. Then buff it. So when you buff, the nail becomes clearer and then you can see it, the shape better. And then check the client view again. And again I can see it is a little bit longer, but I'd rather to do it a little bit longer just because it's easier to shape it and you really don't want to make sure you've got it at too short. Because we have shortened the nail, I'm going to touch it up a little bit more. Otherwise it becomes too thick at the free edge. And yeah, that's it, nicely shaped. So we are just going to clean them and do the second part of this video with some beautiful design. I'm sending you lots of glittery hacks and bye for now.